Yo, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Uncle Renz Popcorn deep diving movie review of my new Disney classic, Moana. Since I called it a classic, that goes ahead and let you guys know I'm gonna give it 9 kernels right off the bat. It's an excellent movie. The family will enjoy it. The music is good. The storyline is very captivating and is very good as well, even on a base level. It's an awesome movie. So go out and take the family and see this movie. Spoiler alert, of course. Spoiler alert, of course. One of the things I did enjoy about this movie is the fact that it's a movie set with a ancient Polynesian and current Polynesian theme, right? Whereas it's about the demigod Maui and his returning to help Moana return the heart back to the creator goddess, right? So it's a good take on the storyline, on the mythos, but I love the fact that they use people of Polynesian descent for the main characters, and I mean pretty much for all the characters, people of Polynesian descent, that the music was very, it harkened to that culture. So they didn't Americanize it or Europeanize it for the sake of an American audience. So for the most part, the music and the dance and everything was true to the culture, as much as I know of the culture. So I thought that was pretty good. I like the fact that they did that, because so many movies, they try to make it American or Europeanized just to placate to that audience. So it was a great movie in that aspect. That aspect alone made it worth watching, because I think Hollywood needs to know that you can make a movie that's based on a culture and be true to that culture, and people will enjoy it, because we are a world culture. We are, our vision has to go beyond what we normally see. And that's one of the lessons of the movie, is that, there is much more to the world than what you see. Just if you only see the world based on what's in front of you, and your total opinion is based on what's in front of you, then you're missing out on a ton. Because the thing of the matter, the fact of the matter is that Moana, even as a child, she knew that she had a calling to the sea. She had a calling to go beyond what her culture normally says is what you do. You see, her culture had stopped being voyagers of the sea and became, for lack of a better term, landlubbers, right? And they were trying to force people to stay within the culture, stay within the cultural the mindset that everybody else had, that if you deter from it, then you're being dishonorable to your group, being dishonorable to your tribe. And we have to realize that we are not all destined for the same thing, and she wasn't destined for that. Matter of fact, she was destined to save her culture. But other people couldn't see that. And you got to realize sometimes the path that you walk is not the same as others, and they may not agree with you, but you got to walk your path. And that's what she had to learn. Even when she tried to conform, she still had that calling. It's like that thing that's just nagging you in the back of your mind. She still, even when she tried to give in, she couldn't help but to every time she saw the sea, she wanted to go back to it. And unfortunately, it took it's a Disney movie, so it's got to be a tragedy. It took a tragic moment for her to finally go out and do what she desired to do, to follow her destiny, to follow her own personal legend, and go out and go beyond what her culture was used to doing. And here's the thing about that. It wasn't like it was easy. When she first tried, she almost drowned, almost killed herself. But it was once that point break hit that she had to go, right? So you may have things in your life that you just got to go beyond, that you got to just strike out and go further. And it may not work out, and it may not be easy when you first start, but you just got to have that determination to keep going, keep going, keep going. Now, there's another message to the movie, and before I get there, that message still goes into the demigod Maui. Whereas his family, his human family, casted him away, then the gods found him and made him into a half man, half god demigod, like Hercules, or, people like that, So Horus, people like that, made him into, well, not Horus, but made him into a demigod. And then as that demigod, he was serving the people. He made the days longer. He gave them coconuts. He brought islands out of the sea, for the people to voyage out and find. So he was doing things to please the very people that cast him aside. But then once he lost this battle, because he wanted to give people the ultimate thing, he wanted to go and he went to get the heart from, I think they call it I forgot the name of the goddess, but I think it's Titi. Once they found, he went to go get the heart and give it to the people so the people can then create life on their own. But when he did that, everything wanted the heart. Everything wanted the power of creation. And so the lava monster, and there's a trick on the lava monster, was the main one that thwarted him. And then once that happened, he lost his zeal. He lost his identity because he couldn't help people. Because he lost what gave him his power, so he couldn't help people, and he lost his identity. And all he wanted to do was get his hook back. But he didn't want to fight the enemy no more. He didn't want to fight the lava monster. So sometimes when we think we're doing that thing that's beneficial to everyone, we may lose ourselves in it. But then you have to really dig deep to find your true self. And so Maui had to dig deep to find his true self as well in the movie. Now, the last part, because I don't want to spoil the movie completely for you, but the last part, but I got to tell you this part. So really, this is a like cliffhanger at the end, spoiler alert, one last time. You got 1, 2, 3, here we go. The goddess of creation, the heart, when the heart was taken, let me tell you the esoteric idea of what this represents. When the heart was taken, she became the male lava monster who only wanted to destroy. She became the very opposite of what she is. There are esoteric ideas that says that the fall of man is when the fall of the female energy fell, and then man became destructive in his creations and not loving in his creation. And that's why we're in the world we are today. But then once the heart was restored, then the balance between the male and female, the raising of the Kundalini happened. And then man can now create, or the goddess in this instance can create out of love. Her actions are out of love at this point. We see this daily. When you look at the medical caduceus, it's the intertwining serpents going up the staff, representing the Kundalini energy of male and female coming together, rising up to the consciousness. The movie depicted that in a way, and it's amazing that that culture has that similar story. But the movie depicted that very thing, that when she thought that she had the right spot to give the heart, Moana realized that the heart, that the goddess had turned into the lava monster, all male and destructive and killing. But then when the heart was given back, it turned back female, loving and nurturing. So I thought that was an excellent point of the movie. It may be missed on a lot of people. They may just think, oh wow, that's kind of cool. But the deeper level of that went to a whole nother level of depth that many people won't get, and some people may not even like. But I thought it was awesome. So hey, this is Uncle Renz, Popcorn Deep Diving Movie Review. I'm your host, Uncle Renz. I appreciate you guys spending this time with me. Go see the movie. It's a great movie to see. I loved it. And shop with us online on our Facebook page. Hit the shop now button to get your popcorn issued out to you, mailed out to you. Have a great day, because your greatness is non-negotiable.